Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Another beautiful day. All right. We're live. We got both chats up. Let me run an ad on Twitch. And yeah, we're here. We made it. We made it. It's another beautiful day. I'll wait for people to filter in. But if anybody's here already, kisses. I love you. What up? What up? Politics. How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing? You are first shatter. You are win. You win. Everybody else loses. Bud, what up? What up? Good to see you. Jim did chest, tricep, and shoulder day. That is all good, dude. It's all good. You can't always do 100%. You can't always do 100%. Sometimes you got to give it a little bit of a lighter touch. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. I don't think anybody's upset at that. And I think you're still doing pretty darn good. So let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Here it is. Hey, bass guitar. Good to see you. How's everybody doing? How's everybody stream? Sorry, I was very disconnected this weekend. That is my fault. And I didn't really get to see a lot of people. I'm actually getting a cavity out tomorrow. It's the first cavity of my fucking life. So, not very excited for that, but it is what it is. Let me... Oh, God. Jesus fucking Christ. Gibbs is on this? Is Gibbs on this the whole time? Oh, he is. Oh, okay. All right. All right. This one might be tough. This one might be too tough to handle. I don't know. I don't know. This one, honestly, maybe. It's the first cavity of my life. I've never had a cavity before. So I'm turning 30 this year, getting the first cavity. And, you know, the president is the president. They took the fluoride out of the water. Yeah, honestly, maybe. I could get away with not brushing as much, but these back teeth, it's my back right tooth. And I brush my teeth daily. Like, I'm not like some kind of sick freak who doesn't brush. But I guess I just need to floss more and brush more. I don't know. I'm a mouth breather. That's the sickest thing I do. Probably about to sneeze here. Never mind. As always, before we have our slop, we have to eat some vegetables. So our vegetables for today, I'm gonna see what the Trump admin is doing. Oh, what else would they be doing? But you know, avoiding answering we have Jelaine Maxwell not answering questions. I think talking about the Epstein files is a good way to start. You know, if people, you know, honestly, let me change the title real quick. Can I do that from here? I must be able to. I don't know how. This one here. Ooh, maybe this is how I do it. Boom, change that. And then I wonder if I can do the same thing here on Twitch. Actually, I probably won't be able to because Twitch is acting weird. So give me 1 second to update the Twitch title, which is just, it's not though, we should bomb Iran. That is a good that is going to be a good debate, I hope. I mean, even if I absolutely fucking hate Admiral Gibbs, I can't stand that guy. Also, just a heads up, I think that anybody who's in the file, Spud, I haven't actually been able to read your comment, but I think yours is probably getting at what I'm getting at. Anybody in the file should definitely be going to jail. Thomas Massey and Rokana said there are guys in the files that are implicated and are redacted by the government. Yeah, that's crazy. That's fucking insane. If a pedophile is in the files, they should be taken out back. You know what I mean? Like this is just like the covering for pedophiles, both by lawmakers and then by people online. Some of them, a fair few are bots, but the ones that aren't bots are just insane. Fell Runner, good to see you, homie. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, brother. I was not really on the stream today with Connor. Well, I mean, duh. But we actually got our system up, so I was working actually. I have a lot to work on because I'm on a whole new team, and on that whole new team, I'm actually having to like dispatch orders and shit. I'm not waiting for things. I'm being active, so it's a lot. It's fun, but it's a lot. I've gone from a participator to a lurker. I might have to have Connor revoke my shield. I doubt he will though. Bass Guitar said, I grew up listening to a political parody group called the Capitol Steps. They did a song called Bomb Iran to the tune of Barbara Ann, still relevant. Bass Guitar, every day we get further and further. Every day, sorry, we get closer and closer to fucking, oh god, I can't remember his name and it was a good joke. Oh well. Anyway, every neocon Republican Warhawk stream, we get closer and closer every day. Every day, we get closer to Dick Cheney's dream of just nuking the fuck out of Iran every single fucking day. There we go. Fell Runner, I feel exhausted from last week. Dude, having to like go in and shit, it was awful, and then not being able to stream was not fun. But, hold on, let me turn off my little GPU thing. But I'm going to be able to stream this week. Even if I do go in, I've decided that I'm going to stop spending so much time procrastinating and like not being like, you know, positive. Because I spent a lot of time just kind of procrastinating, I realize. Not necessarily procrastinating, but like just like doom scrolling, or I could be streaming for like an hour or two instead of just like, I don't know, vibing out in front of a screen or something. So I am going to try to get back to my normal schedule and keep it a little bit more. Of course, I can't help when my internet decides to go out, although I've talked with AT&T, and because that's important for my work too. And sorry, I was pulling a little thing out of my screen, so I was up here like this. You guys couldn't see it, actually. Tight. But anyway, I talked to AT&T, and they are helping me out, hopefully, with like the internet stuff, just because if it goes out for work, that's really bad. But yeah, so no more distractions, really. Or I say distractions. No more like, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't find it. It's all good. No more bullshit. We're going to get started. So, to start us off, let me move my face. I know we were doing some cute thing last time. I need to... Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Anyway, so, to start us off, Jelaine Maxwell avoids answering questions in the House deposition today. So no more cocking about, exactly. Lawmakers tried Monday to interview Ghislaine Maxwell, but the former girlfriend and confidant of Jeffrey Epstein invoked her Fifth Amendment rights to avoid answering questions that would be incriminating. Holy shit. Maxwell was questioned during a video call to the federal prison camp in Texas, where she's serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. She's come under new scrutiny as lawmakers try to investigate how Epstein, a well-connected financier, was able to sexually abuse underage girls for years. I wonder how he was able to do that. You know, Beef Supreme, what up, what up? How you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I was definitely not there today for you know, Connor and everything. I was working hard, so this is me catching up with you guys. How was your weekend, man? The deposition came on the same day that the Department of Justice has begun allowing members of Congress to review unredacted files related to the Epstein files. According to a letter that was sent by lawmakers, the letter obtained by the AP says they can come to the Justice Department with 24 hours notice and review the more than 3 million files without redactions. They can't bring anyone with them, and they can take notes but not make electronic copies. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Dr. Oz is telling people to get the measles vaccine because I guess fucking idiots have stopped doing that. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that's actually cool. What I said was cool, was that the Justice Department said Zubair al-Bakush was identified by officials as a member of an extremist militia in Libya that has been wanted by the U.S. for more than a decade for the 2012 attack on the U.S. compound in Benghazi. The one that everybody freaked out on and thought that Hillary Clinton like had something to, I don't even remember what the conspiracy for Benghazi was. I just remember that like her emails leaked and that was a big deal because it had something to do with Benghazi, but I don't even remember what it was or if it was even something that she could like actually action. Basically, all of my preconceived notions about Hillary Clinton are kind of being challenged every single day. Not Bill though. Not Bill though. That man has a lot of faults. But also, have you heard him play the saxophone? I mean, come on. Trump can't play the saxophone, so it's not really the same thing. So White House defers to past comments on potential Maxwell pardon. Asked Monday about offers from Maxwell's lawyer to testify in exchange for clemency, the White House pointed to previous remarks from the president that indicated the prospect of a pardon was not on his radar. In November, Trump said, dude, imagine, hold the fuck on. Imagine if Trump fucking pardons Maxwell, dude. Imagine the fucking way that would kill his presidency. I hope he does it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not, because I would obviously hate for the people, for the women who were trafficked by Epstein to not get their due, especially like their pound of flesh from Ghislaine. But holy fucking shit, if Trump did that, it would be the single stupidest fucking thing in the world and would just like annihilate any support he had, I feel like. Besides, of course, the dick sucks that only get news from fucking AI generated fucking memes. Oh my god. Just imagine that, dude. Imagine if Trump did that. He's gonna for sure at the end. You know what? That would just be insane. Otherwise, the Dems will use her. Oh, I hope they do. Well, I hope, my hope is that fucking Republicans are going to find a spine and they're going to say, hey, you know what? Actually, pedophiles bag. We will invoke the 25th Amendment and we will pull out Trump at the very least. You can get and then from there go, all right, now that Trump's out, there's nobody who's going to protect. There's no reason to protect anybody in government. Go crazy. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because there's too much money and shit. Like the amount of like millionaires and billionaires that were fucking around on Epstein's Island, just insane. Insane. God. In November, Trump said during an exchange with reporters that he had not thought about a pardon for Maxwell, who was sentenced for 2 decades in prison for sex trafficking. Similarly, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said the same month that a pardon is not something he's talking about or even thinking about at this moment in time. I can assure you of that. Maybe. Oh, wow, they're dropping the Bannon case? That's crazy. He was convicted of contempt of Congress. That's fucking... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so a little bit of background. Steve Bannon was convicted for contempt of Congress post January 6th. He was arguing that, oh, it's not contempt. I was waiting for the executive privilege claims that Trump raised to be, metered out or whatever. But guess what, Steve Bannon? You're not a fucking executive. I don't think executive privilege extends to you. That's why they're asking you, bitch. They're not asking for Trump. They're asking you. Stupid cuck. So, besides watching his wife get fucked, Steve Bannon served 4 months in prison for defying a subpoena from the House committee that investigated the attack on the Capitol. His argument is that he wasn't trying to willfully defy the subpoena. He just wanted to avoid running foul of executive privilege. Appeals court upheld his contempt of Congress conviction, and now he's going to the Supreme Court. And then Solicitor General has asked the High Court Monday to toss out the decision and send the case back to a lower court. Cool. Man. Okay. So looks like we're not going to... What the fuck? People were saying the 5-year-old kid was the one who was detained by ICE. That's insane, bro. What the fuck? I guess we could talk about the Super Bowl. I don't really have anything to say. I didn't watch the game at all. And I just watched the oh, there's a lawsuit? Okay, we'll do this and then we'll get into our meat. All right, Cadillac F1 team confident it can resolve lawsuit with Michael Bay. Ooh. Formula One team Cadillac is confident it can resolve a dispute with Michael Bay, who is suing for $1.5 million for his ideas being used without permission for Super Bowl. Ooh. Bay accused Dan Tarwas of using his ideas for the commercial before he abruptly decided to go in a different direction. Oh, okay. Huh. So Michael Bay is saying that it was his idea, but it looks like Cadillac is saying that, like, it's not, like, he wasn't the concept of it or the creative director. He was just a director. So I guess they were asking for him to, like, actually direct the shoot. That's weird. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, Catherine O'Hara died. That was really sad. Anyway, so that's about it for that. I'm not entirely sure if there's much more to talk about there. So I guess we could get started with this panel. Trigger warning, or I guess Admiral Gibbs warning for all of you Gibbs haters like myself out there. He do be out here. So yeah, be ready for that. Be ready for that. Of course, if you guys have something else you want to watch, something better, please send it my way. I don't mind. Otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and get to it. So let me move chat to a better corner. We'll full screen this. And I'm not a part of this one. I'm not participating in this one, I'll tell you that much. Mainly because Gibbs. I'm gonna cover Gibbs, so we don't have to look at him. Unless you guys really want to look at him. You know what? Fuck it. I'll be down in the corner. I'll be down here in the corner. All right. I'll be down in my little corner. Okay. I don't know who we have here, so hopefully we'll get some introductions in just a second. Let's scroll it back. Please cover Gibbs. Okay. Your wish is my demand. No more Gibbs. But I'm not speaking for Gibbs, just to be clear. All right. And I still have to see him, so it fucking sucks. I'm going to be watching the video this way, so that way I don't have to actually watch Gibbs. But anyway, let me see if I can find the very, very start. I think that's it, actually. I think I probably got about as good as I could. All right, let's begin.
Okay. Welcome, one and all, to yet another episode of Wick TV, across ideological space.
Okay. No, I'm not going to say it.
Where we come together to talk about the issues,
I'm not going to be petty. I'm not going to be petty.
both political and cultural, from the silly to the serious. Gang,
I also can't really
tonight, our topic is Iran. Iran, whatever you want to call it, okay?
It's Iran, Wick. If you're going to try to pull Hassan, okay, it's Iran. You have to say it with I. Iran. Thank you very much.
Recently, there have been protests against the Ayatollah, and reportedly thousands have been killed by their government. Trump has sent military equipment into the area and has threatened to strike unless they stop killing protesters. There has been grave tensions about whether or not we should go in, whether or not we should strike, and how we should strike. Tonight we're going to talk about whether or not we should do regime change in Iran, whether we should do limited.
If this is too fast, we can drop it down a little bit, but I realize that I live in a 1.2 I live in a 1.5 mindset.
Targeted strikes in Iran, a whole host of options here. We've got some great guests to talk about it. I want to give the mic first to Stephanie. Stephanie, go ahead, tell people who you are, what you do, why we should listen to you, and your thoughts on the topic, and then we'll just go around. Go ahead.
Howdy, I'm Stephanie Fluffy, or Stephanie on here, and I'm mainly just a Twitter shit poster for the most part, but I also do debates at different times. I mainly have a minor background on the knowledge, but I should be more than prepared for the conversation, so I'm excited to hear what everybody's arguments are.
Okay, well, what's your thoughts? Should we strike or should we not?
Very, very confident here, being a Twitter shit poster. I'm excited to see the performance of the shit poster, because if the shit poster can do good, fuck, maybe I could do good. You never know. Oh, Gibbs left, by the way. And of course he has a fucking Imperial flag. Of course, man. Of course. Stormtroopers are really cool. They're so... The fucking Boba Fett is so fucking cool. He's so fucking cool.
We should definitely not strike.
Okay, thank you, and we'll get into it as we go. Bryce, what is your position?
Yo, I would say we do not strike. And so I guess my background is I have a degree in economics and philosophy. I'm starting a master's in economics in the fall, and I do a mixture of more boring kind of philosophy and political discourse coverage on my channel. Just trying to get back into it now after a couple of years.
Okay, well, thank you for being here. We will get into it as we go.
Does bro have a strategic video? I don't know if you guys can see it, but does bro have a strategic video going on in the background there? If so, I respect it. And I might be taking a page out of his book. Maybe I'll throw on some random fucking videos of my own in the background. You never know. Honestly, if so, mad respect.
Oh, Gibbs, tell people who you are and all that.
All right, yeah, if you don't know, I didn't know we were going to list off all our credentials, but if we're going to do that, my undergrad was poli-sci, minor in history. I got 3 certificates from the Bush Presidential Library, which are almost equivalent to minors in modern political thought, ancient political thought, and Latin American political thought.
Okay, so respect the history, I guess, kinda. The poli-sci. Wait a minute. What about all the ranching shit? I guess you don't. Well, no. I feel like you should. I don't know. I have nothing idea. I don't know.
I've also spent time over in the region in the Middle East, and I have 2 religious doctorates. So if that's what we're gonna do, we can do that. And yeah, we need to attack Iran. No problem. I'm wearing a Crusader King on my shirt today because it's time to start the new crusade and get rid of these evil Ayatollah.
Chill, bro. New crusade. Chill, bro. Like the streams. Don't forget to like the stream. Like the stream if you haven't, by the way. I forgot to say that. Don't forget to like the stream, share with your friends, subscribe so we can do super chats and all that fun stuff, because right now we can't, and I'm trying my best, but maybe we'll see how the politics stuff goes for another couple weeks, and if it doesn't do well, we'll swap to gaming shit, and then we'll swap the politics stuff. We'll fucking pull the rug out from under people. That sounds fun.
Okay, we'll definitely have some discussion tonight, I'm sure. And last but certainly not least, Tristan, what are your thoughts, sir?
All right, I just want to say that I'm a Democrat first and foremost, but I do support Trump taking military strike action in Iran. I think that it is better than doing sanctions, and I think that it is better overall for the world, and I'm excited to see what you guys have to say about that.
Okay, well, with that, I'm going to open up the floor to everyone. If you feel like you're getting talked over, if you can't understand what's being said, just get my attention. I'll make sure you get some space to speak or ask your question. With that, go ahead. Floor is open.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
curious
take
to
the.
hear. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, I want to hear about the economic takes.
Well, economically, so it's interesting that you're mentioning the protester part because that's really just kind of one component. The arguments for striking Iran kind of sum up to about like 3 or 4 based on Trump's demands. The protesters are definitely relevant, but after
He's watching Lord of the Rings in the background. I think that might be I think that might be the Return of the King. I can't tell exactly, but I will report if I notice. I'm only noticing because he's talking, by the way.
the failure of Israel and the U.S. to kind of instigate the protest further, it's actually turned into greater support for the regime domestically. And as you can look at, like the Shah in Washington has been trying to organize a coalition and try to rally support for more protests in Iran, but that's kind of failed. So there's not really as much as the media would like you to think going on domestically against the regime.
Okay, hold on.
So, sorry, I
whether
guess
it
I
fails,
got
it's okay. I just don't want to skip over too many points. Whether it fails or succeeds, do you support the attempt?
the attempt to bomb them.
No. The attempt for the protest to overthrow their own government.
Yeah. So if it's like a domestic,
So I will say, to I guess counter this guy's point about there not being as much support, we being me and then any chatters who have been here and have like watched along with me as I've been streaming and stuff these past couple, this past like what, month and a half, 2 months. We read a good bit about the Iranian protests, and let me pull up the final death numbers. I want to confirm it because I don't want to be just being like willy-nilly about something like that. I don't think that's right. So let me pull up an AP because I want to see what their final death toll was from this. Because if I remember right, there were a lot of people who were also like imprisoned. So Iran protests 2025 final death toll. Let me see if I can get that AP news in there. Because then I can, okay. So there was 6,221 people that were killed. And 42,300 arrests. So let me see the total population. We can of course like get really 92 million. Okay. So 42,000 out of 92 million, that's not like it's not an insignificant amount. And that's people who were arrested. And I guess you could assume everybody got arrested, but maybe not everybody did. That to say, it seems like there was some broad popular support for considering this was like one of the most popular like revolutions that they've had or attempts they've had since the revolution in the 90s. I think that this is, or I'm sorry, the 70s. This is, I don't know. I don't agree with that point.
thing that they're going. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Them
Okay,
domestically
so-
doing it. Yeah.
All right, so you can finish your point, but it sounds like you were leaning towards like calling out the failures that because Israel and America didn't like instigate the protest more, that we shouldn't do the strikes. Is that where you were heading?
No, I'd say there are a lot of reasons why I wouldn't do the strikes. I think that a lot of the promises of victory and the potentiality for the bad outcomes are all kind of predicated on a noble lie, as Strauss would call it, or like a myth. You don't necessarily have an absolute guarantee of like the victory conditions or the promises that they're saying like will happen after bombing, as we saw with the bombing last year. Like it didn't really, with regards to the bombing last year and the supposed efficacy of crippling the nuclear program, realistically, the knowledge and a lot of the resources persisted after the bombing. So the nuclear problem hasn't gone away.
How are you measuring victory?
Victory, I'd say Trump has made 4 key demands, if I remember correctly, and that is that there's no nuclear enrichment, no ballistic missile program.
Okay, real talk. I don't know if I'm feeling this. Are you guys feeling this? 1's in chat if you're feeling it, 2's in chat if you're not. Because if you're not feeling it, we could, I don't know, swap it up, do some like video game stuff. Or alternatively, if you are feeling it, we can keep it going. I just don't know how I feel. I can't tell. And it doesn't look like there's much else going on. I don't know. We haven't given it too much of a chance. We haven't given it too much of a chance.
No funding of their gray zone activities. So I would say that checkboxing each of those 3 is, if not all of them, like individually or if not all of them, considers victory.
So I disagree. I do think it's on a scale, but I think victory is anything that we can do to delay Iran from having nuclear weapons is a win. Now, I know the last strike wasn't all that great. It wasn't as great as Trump tried to have everyone believe, but anything that, because if I remember correctly, they were just a few weeks out before the strike. And now we're here, January, February, 6, 7 months later, and they're still not
Well,
there.
that's always been the case, right? Like we've been consistently engaging with like Russia and China and everybody with this idea that there's some kind of fear that we have to worry about them, and it's been a consistent thing that hasn't really been like truly wholly victorious, right? So maybe the correct course of action is something different, because it doesn't seem like just engaging like kinetic strikes is going to yield you that delay, because you're just kind of kicking the ball, right? Like you're kicking the problem down to somebody else. You'll delay them, sure, but that's not really going to stop them from doing it.
Well, hold on. If we take out the leadership of the Ayatollah, for example, like it really depends on what we're talking about with these strikes, right? If we take out the leadership of the Ayatollah, I don't see Iran balkanizing, right? Because they have a pretty solid national identity for going back thousands of years. I think though what we will see is a power struggle, right? And this is gonna sound kind of callous, but I think Bush has been vindicated in the last 20 years after the Iraq War. All our enemies in the region, there's no more Saddam, went for fourth largest military, they're gone. ISIS, they were bad for a second, they've fallen apart, right? Syria's fallen apart. Hezbollah's the weakest it's ever been. Hamas, I don't know what they're doing now, but Israel's whooped their ass. I mean, I guess the Houthis are maybe the strongest they've ever been, but they're struggling. We're gonna struggle without Iran. Iran right now it's got economic problems. You mentioned those. We just took out Venezuela's leader.
Total Bush supremacy. By the way,
We pulled them out in the middle of the night, and now we control their oil, which is a backing of a petrodollar. We kind of have a tangible alliance with OPEC. Iran supplies oil to Russia. If you're pro-Ukraine, you should be pretty pro taking out Iran, taking out the oil. They also provide drone tech, and they're taking out the Ayatollah. So if we're talking about what the strike looks like, I think taking out the Ayatollah or something and causing their military, the IRC, the Revolutionary Guard, to get involved and pick a backer, pick somebody, because his son doesn't meet the criteria currently to be the leader, although he's probably the most likely to take over. However, since he doesn't meet that criteria, they might pick somebody who does meet the criteria that isn't him, and that'll cause this. Or you can even see possibly a freedom, like, I don't know, caucus arise out of the people in a populist movement where they would fight back. I think it really depends on what we do, and I think maybe even causing chaos would benefit America overall in the long term.
So the problem with you made a bunch of different points that I want to respond to.
Sorry, yeah. Go ahead.
That's okay. So, and I'll get to that thing behind me in a second. The concept of like the petrodollar is going to be something that won't be as impactful because of the changes that Trump is trying to enact globally.
so real quick, I think that as much shit as I generally give Gibbs, I will say I think he's relatively speaking correct. Obviously very cringe with the whole crusade thing, but basically you're seeing a lot of vindication from that neocon Bush era, although it took a lot of lives to get there, and he's definitely brushing over that cost.
Economically, they're trying to, they're intentionally weakening the US dollar. They don't want it to be a
Also, I have the fucking hiccups and I can't get rid of them.
global reserve currency in order to cheapen their debt, and they're kind of trying to like turn the economy on its head by reinventing the wheel. And whether or not that's a good or bad idea is beside the point. That this is going to greatly affect the whole goal of like the petrodollar and controlling the oil in Venezuela. So that's not really like the same clear victory. And based on America's history and track record, the short run seems like a good victory, maybe for one election, but in the long run, based on America's track record, it's more likely that you're going to have a lot of dissatisfied people that remember America in a bad way, much like you do in the Middle East and other parts of like Maghreb. If you look at the Maghreb, they have an incredible consistency or resiliency of the monarchy against the attempts like by the U.S. to institute like a pro-American democratic leader. In regards to like taking out the Ayatollahs, that's a great idea when you're spitballing around with like Trump being like, wow, wouldn't it be great if we just sent in the special forces, like the badass like Delta Force? Because you can imagine like they're like flating like, you're such a great leader, Trump. Like, oh my God, like I love you so much. You're what's the one word that he's described him, like a revolutionary, like they use all these adjectives to like fillet him and like prop him up. And then like, wouldn't it be awesome? You can imagine Pete Hegseth being like, fuck yeah, like let's send in the special forces. But like, it's, if you look at the efforts and the amount of time and amount of resources that Israel had to put in to take out Hezbollah, the Ayatollahs are not Hezbollah. There's a pretty extensive network of conservative clerics, and you're essentially saying that you don't want to just take out the like leadership in the Ayatollah inner circle. You have to take out the whole like network of conservative clerics, which means striking across the entire country.
Well, do you
this
think
is
we have to do
incredibly
that?
difficult.
I guess I don't
You're
think we
dealing
have
with
to.
martyrs, right? Like you have to understand the difference between like,
Sure.
Venezuela and Iran is that you're dealing with a country that's predicated on a religion. Ali Khamenei wrote a book about how he thinks that he's a royal jurist meant to lead Iran into taking spreading Islam across the world in like law and government.
That's why I brought up the like credentials, right? And said his son is like, he's being
But he
groomed,
has no
but he doesn't have any support, and he doesn't meet the like religious credentials, right? But he would have military backing because he's got friends that are higher ups, right? So then you'll have the conservative clerics versus the son. Well, that's two groups. Then you'll have all the other groups that want stuff going on, like the Kurds. You'll have the Kurd autonomous region, all this. I don't think it'll balkanize, but I think there will be a power struggle that'll lead them being weaker. I mean, look at the Ba'ath Party. At one point, they were controlled 3 different countries: Libya, Syria, Iraq. Now, post 20 years from after the Iraq War, Libya no longer has Ba'ath Party leadership. Syria's leadership took off, and they're
but look at the regions in and of itself.
In Iraq,
just real quick, right? Because I want to get a few things kind of straight in my mind. And this is
Yeah, there's a lot of rambling because so basically Gibbs is justifying it from a historical perspective. Gibbs is saying, look, we've done a really good job before, and this time it'll be no different. And I think the other argument from the gentleman with Lord of the Rings in the background is that, like, there's not really that on-the-ground support. There is support that looks favorable to us, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is favorable. So I think that with Gibbs arguing for, I haven't heard the shit poster, by the way. The shit poster lady, this one here, has not talked at all. This guy was having a pretty good back and forth. Basically kind of supporting the idea that as long as Iran doesn't get nuclear weapons, things are probably pretty good. So I imagine that the lefty side is going to be, or not the lefty side necessarily, because this guy is a Democrat. But Lord of the Rings is taking up the negative side, and I think he's going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting, because I don't know if lady over here is out of her depth or not. We'll find out. And then Gibbs has been making some salient points. I think if he doesn't get tilted and it's not something that is, I guess if it's something that's agreeable, he sounds okay sometimes, but I still don't think that he is the one I would put here to be the negative opinion. But that's just me. Or I'm sorry, the positive opinion, but that's just me.
To Stephanie and to Bryce, to your side. Is the opposition to going into Iran simply one of pragmatism, as in you think it's going to not work, it's going to be a boondoggle, it's going to be too expensive, etc.? Is that your, I guess, primary objection here? I'm just really curious. I want to hear from Stephanie first, and then Bryce. Go ahead.
Essentially, that's my main concern, is that all of our like actual military efforts are going to be like kind of wasted because they're going to perceive that in a very awful way, essentially.
Okay.
Whereas if we go about it diplomatically, it may be better.
Fair enough. What about you, Bryce? Same answer?
Well, two things. I think on one front, the stronger argument is to talk about like how it's probably not going to work the way they want it to work, both based on the like actual properties of their planning, like the operational modes and methods, but also based on the track record of America. And then the other part is that there is still some I would expect some like ideological consistency from the Trump administration, because they're all saying like make America great again. He has the Board of Peace. He's trying to manipulate to get the Nobel Peace Prize. So it seems antithetical to everything that he's been building his platform on and trying to govern as, to just say like, well, here's a problem across the world that maybe through like 6 degrees of separation or whatever is impacting the American economy, whatever, but that is nonetheless something that is contrary to a lot of the promises that he made and the way that he was platforming and the way that he's trying to govern. So I think ideologically it's hypocritical. So I don't think that if we're going to have a kind of new order in the world where we're not intervening with each other like militarily in this way and being more peaceful, then they should not be bombing.
Okay.
Motherfucker! God damn it! Okay, I was making a really insightful point. Let's get it. Let's get it again. Okay. So, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. So, you guys won't even talk to me when I'm talking, but you'll talk to me when I fuck up. That hurts. I know. I know. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, look. TLDR. This dude talking, making a good point for somebody who is like Admiral Gibbs, because Admiral Gibbs cannot admit the singular truth that Trump will never have the same opinion tomorrow that he had today. But the Democrat guy on the panel could very well just say, well, that's just not true at all. Trump is always a hypocrite. You know, Taco, Trump always chickens out. So, like, I think that the argumentation is good for half of the people he's arguing against, but I don't think it's as strong as he would like to believe. Y'all just hate me, all right? It's fair, okay? I'm gonna fuck up more often so you guys interact with me more.
Yeah, I don't think that's what Trump's saying, though.
And I think peace sometimes requires force, unfortunately.
And this is to Tristan and
I don't think, I mean, yes, peace requires force, but I think that's a stupid point to make. That's not where I would go.
into Gibbs' side, right? If they're right in that this has very little chance of working, I guess the question would be like, how? Say it only had a 1% chance to go well, would you still support it? I mean, what's your threshold here? That's what I'm trying
if
to
we're
find.
if we're defining well as delaying their ability to have nuclear weapons, then yes, I would support it. Gibbs can go, but I do
Even
have
a
some
1%
issues.
chance, only 1% chance that any strike that we do would delay nuclear capability for a decent amount of time. You would support it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I support this on a grounds of I think Iran having nuclear weapons is really bad. Like even if it's just used as a deterrent, I think that it will embolden their proxies.
Okay.
So I think it's a really bad thing.
Gibbs.
I think I would need higher than 1%. Personally, I would need higher than 1%. That almost sounds like, please God, just let us bomb Iran one last time, please God. That's a Hillary Clinton Democrat right there. That's a blue dog.
I also agree that nuclear weapons in Iran is maybe a worst case scenario. I don't know about a 1% chance. I don't think we would have a 1% chance. I think we have substantially higher than 1% chance. We got shit that nobody's even ever heard of. I think this is really the question of what we would want. Now I agree actually with Steph here. If we went in there and we invaded, Iraq, Boogaloo number 3, bro. I don't think that that's going to be the solution. I think that is a bad plan. I don't think that Trump is saying when he says America first that he's not going to intervene. I think he's saying he will intervene in American interests and make sure we stay in front, like he did with Venezuela. He went to the targeted attack.
The America first thing I don't know about. All right, let's move a little bit more forward. We're gonna jump. Let's see where we're at now. We're gonna jump about 10 minutes. Well, maybe less than that. We'll jump 5. All right, jumping 5 ahead. Let's see what Gibbs is yapping about.
Right? If the economy's bad,
Yeah, so that's a perfect channel of activity. Like if you look at what Obama did, if you imagine,
oh fuck, Lord of the Rings is over. God damn it.
A world where you sit down with Iranians saying like, hey, like we know you can perfectly see it. You literally Trump or whoever sits down and is like, hey, like we know your situation is bad. All you have to do is try to like work with us on some of these results that we want. And
Wick.
and we'll reach a beautiful deal.
Wick, where is everybody? Wick, what the fuck, Wick?
A great deal, grand deal.
Never mind, they're back.
You can see him saying that, and you can do it through these economic channels and assisting like the central bank, assisting the merchants, and you can try to do it in a way that specifically interfaces directly with those merchants.
But that's not the only issue. There's also the drought, and this is one of the things the Taliban is talking about invading 2 other countries next to them, and Iran. They're even potentially talking about going to war with Iran because right now they're basically in an economic war. They're cutting off the water to Iran, and Iran's going, oh, we got no water, and they already have a drought. Like these are like a lot of factors.
Living standards was like, yeah, but the thing is, the belief and support in the regime is entangled with their religion. Right, like a lot of these people inside the government, they're not like inside the IRGC, inside the Ayatollah circle, inside of just like the conservative cleric imams. They all believe that like the Ayatollahs are divine jurists that are meant to be leading Iran through and like achieving Sharia in other countries, and Islam being the dominant legal standard and religion of the government. And there's just not the same level of support for like a secular or even like a reformist or like modernized Islam in like domestically in Iran.
But that doesn't mean that there's not factions, right? Like I just mentioned the Taliban.
There's
like,
factions. There's Israel through one of their main think tanks identified that there's a specific like jihadi like organization that would be really optimal to try to prop them up, kind of like how they propped up opposition elsewhere. And there are factions, but the problem is that you're saying like regime change. So if you want an effective regime change,
that's a point. That's a good point. Regime change does end up being a fucking pain in the ass, and it does work sometimes, but you have to put your back into it. And America don't like putting her back into regime change anymore. We did it like a couple times. We were like, all right, we're good at it now. And we fucked it up a couple more times. Nobody's perfect. God.
You can't just like pluck out the majority.
I don't want an effective one. I don't want it. I want them to follow the chaos. I think
I would say any regime change that
right, so you want to be like
having nuclear weapons.
You think the kind of the hybrid warfare, like asymmetric warfare that Russia engages in by like intentionally wanting like sectarian conflict and like chaos is good.
Sure, maybe, but I don't know if it's good per se. But I like on a moral scale, I think it's effective for weakening their neighbors or their enemies. And you bring up Russia, like I see Iran as part of like this evil empire that's rising against us. Right? We have Russia, we have China. We have Venezuela. Who knows what's going to happen there, right? Cuba. And they have these alternative states. And if we're taking out Iran or we make them ineffective where they fall to chaos, they're not going to have drone technology. They're not going to be able to produce nukes. Maybe we get a regime that's favorable to us, maybe we don't, but they're going to be weaker than the one that came before. So it's like. I'm like maybe as a good, maybe not morally good, but as effective and good for like America, yeah, I think it would be good that like let them go to chaos.
Right. So the difference here is that I could agree that we can steer Iran away from that like religion.
Oh, this guy must talk really slow. Hold on, I want to hear how slow this guy talks. Let me hear.
This crusading kind of country that they are, and instead try to engage them on more like reformist levels and economic means. Because
maybe he doesn't talk that slow. Maybe I'm kind of an asshole.
Do you think we can do that?
What I'm hearing is that
a nuke?
Well, but what I'm hearing is that let's grant. So we can agree that like, let's say Iran is this evil empire, or part of an evil empire, or part of an axis of evil, whatever. So they're bad. We've identified that they're just like objectively bad. Like that's not like something subjective that people disagree on. We're all in consensus that they're bad. And now you're saying that you don't know if the activity of like the asymmetric warfare in this particular way of like destabilizing the region and creating like sectarian conflict and chaos and so on.
Wick. Uh-oh.
You don't know if that's necessarily good, which
I have to point out other people's failures because mine is, you know, terrible. I mean, Jesus. A yap. I don't even know how long I yapped for with that shit muted.
in a lot of ways is fair to say that that itself is bad.
It should flash red instead of just being white. Anyway, that's my rant.
So you're wanting to...
I don't know. He talks so slow, it gives my mind time to wander. Can't even follow him. Yeah, that's why I had to fucking speed it up. I was watching Lord of the Rings in the background instead of listening to him.
Engage in immoral things to achieve your ends against what an enemy that you're just perceiving evil. So like it doesn't really add up, and it doesn't really seem in...
Yes, I did. I did. 30 seconds. I made a boomer point. You can call me Sin Boomer Yarky or Sin Boomer. It was a boomer pill. I don't know. We'll workshop it. We'll figure something out. We'll make it work.
Line with like Western values and ideas, and I think a lot of foreign policy in the West is either like constructivist or like liberal. Like whether or not you like it or not, or sorry, whether you like it or not, you are liberal in some respects because you are a product of a liberal system. You're a product of a liberal like West, and there are going to be values that you hold that are liberal. So you are kind of being a little like hypocritical in that sense.
I think you're being hypocritical. I think you're talking to me, but I think you're being a little hypocritical too here. And I want you to clear this up.
Sure.
You gave me the impression that you would be okay with drone strikes if it had a high success rate. So
that wasn't me. That wasn't. I didn't necessarily say that. I think it was.
Sure. Then can you clarify for it?
Sure.
Something you agree, disagree with?
Yeah. Well, I'll just ask you directly. Say we had a 100% chance of drone striking the Ayatollah and getting regime change that would lead to a path where they never gained nuclear weapons. Would you be opposed?
Yeah, I don't think that we should intervene in that same way. I think the track record in the last 60 years has shown that this gives you short-term gains and wins, but doesn't actually realize your long-term grand strategy. So I don't think that's effective, and I think ideologically is bad.
What do you think is the best grand long-term strategy when it comes to Iran?
So I think it's going to tap into some of the like more technical jargon from this is actually a term that's created by
like in normal people.
I'll try. Okay, yeah. So there are ways of engaging activities abroad that are covert and in some respect destabilizing without causing sectarian conflict and chaos. Like they can do things to kind of influence and meddle in those regions without resulting in like the like death and destruction that we see on the other levels. And we also know that.
I don't think that one girl has talked at all. She's literally just sat there. Not to say anything about me. Maybe she probably has, and I just haven't, I skipped it, but I feel like it's been 1v2.
That by creating the conditions, I guess like maybe exacerbating the conditions, it's kind of like a sneaky negotiating table tactic to make them sit down and talk about what can we do to achieve an outcome. Because I think the smart, how do they call it?
Yeah, if that was on normal speed, listening to that live, I would have lost this dude like 8 times. That is really, like, I'm trying to fucking... I have to lock in, okay, to fucking focus on this dude.
The smart power method of, like, Obama was on the right track. I think that you want to do something where they're at the negotiating table.
Okay, let me ask before you guys get in, and I want to let Tristan press a little bit if he wishes, but I want to get Stephanie's opinion as well. Same question. If we had 100% known chance these drone strikes would work, and they would depose the regime and keep the new regime from getting nuclear weapons for a couple years at least, right? Would you be okay with the drone strikes then, or to the military strikes then?
No, it's smarter to effectuate change through like
a couple of dabs will slow you down enough. Maybe. If I just start... Jesus, I don't know if my lungs could take that, but politics, you might be onto something, brother. You might be onto something. All right, so finally, the shitpost queen from Twitter has been asked a question. Let's see the answer.
Actions that don't require murder.
Okay, so what can you give us?
Oh, dude, what a fucking lame answer, bro. We can do things that don't require murder. You should lift weights on stream too. I mean, I already lifted earlier today. I did arms earlier today. I didn't say what I did. But I did curls, I did some shoulder press, I did a little chest press, and then I usually will, I guess, is it arm? Well, I do traps, like the trap raises or whatever, and then for the coup de grace, I grab 45-pound weights and I walk them around my house, or at least my downstairs, for as long as I could, and I time myself. because I want to increase my grip strength. So that way, getting under heavy weight and doing heavy deadlifts and doing heavy squats all feels pretty good. Farmer's carry. That's it. Sorry. Farmer's carry. I do know. I should know that. I should know that. I also sold our old bench. I put together a new one, and I sold the old one. So we're doing pretty good. Oh, and I did that one. It was like an Athlete X thing from probably, it's got to be like well over like 7 or 8 years ago. That was like a shoulder finisher. I did that too. I always do that on my arm days. It sucks, but it's fun. But it sucks.
Then what you think that the U.S. should do, if, as you said, you don't want Iran to get nukes, what method or strategy should the U.S. be pursuing now in Iran to prevent that from happening, if not military strike?
I'll mix those in. I'll mix those in with chest day, bud. Since I didn't do them today and I'm still feeling a little sore, I'll mix them in with chest day. I'll probably also do a little extra tricep work, because now that I think about it, I did a lot of bicep, but I didn't do too much tricep. Gonna do some like extensions or whatever. I don't even know what those are called. I call them tricep extensions. I don't think that's right. But I also have a cable machine, so I'll probably end up doing some cable exercises too. It'll be a fun day. It'll be a fun day. Well, I'll do a little bit extra shoulders on my chest day. That's fine. Tomorrow's probably gonna be legs. I'm probably gonna do squats.
Some kind of diplomatic, like
I can still do different lifts on different days if I miss things. Like, for example, today I did a little bit more bicep than I did tricep, so I need to throw in more tricep, and I'll do my tricep on my chest day. When you're free ranging in your own gym, you can freestyle. I don't work my obliques because it would take away from a V taper. I'm happy for you, but I'm a big boy, so I'm just all about getting whatever muscle I can get.
regime change that involves like peaceful understandings between two countries instead of just bombing, because they're going to get more resentful over that if we do that.
That answer just fucking sucks. Like, regime change where people are understanding. So what if Iran said, pretty please, will you pretty please become a caliphate? Will we say yes? Like, how nicely do I have to ask somebody for them to change their entire like country? Chat, how nice do I have to be? I'm assuming I can't really, like, I can't. Is that what JD Vance was trying to do when he was like, you didn't even say thank you? Is that he was trying to like strong arm fucking Zelensky to say thank you so much, please take my country? Damn. You know, now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I don't know, but if you find out, talk to Trump. Yeah, no shit. No shit.
Okay, go ahead, Tristan, and then get
Okay. I don't mind having a conversation about long-term actions that we should take. We are currently not in the spot to be waiting for long-term action. So I agree with you guys that we should continue diplomacy. But like, I don't think we have time for that to work.
Why?
So I don't know what the current standing is, but when we bombed them last, they were weeks away from reaching the 90%.
Okay, the thing is, I kind of expected that's where you were coming from, but we don't really know that for sure. That's a speculative guess.
Why do you? We had independent international observers through the previous treaty, the agreement we had with them, that would go and look at what they have. We also have, like, when we did attack them, they didn't admit their enrichment levels, but they admitted the equipment that they had, which is for enriching, was destroyed. So yeah, like, there is a level of speculation there, but there are like actual reports that we're basing this off of. It's not like Iraq, where we just had one guy say something, we believe them, and we were wrong. So like,
right, but enriched uranium is not only used for weapons.
Sure. So here's a better question. Why are you so sure that they
enriched uranium may not only be used for weapons, sure, but do we have enough evidence that they were using it for like power? Iran using nuclear energy almost feels weird, but I mean, I guess they could. Like, I wouldn't say it's impossible. I don't know. I don't think that's a very good rebuttal.
Will not develop a nuclear weapon in the time it would take to find a diplomatic solution.
It has nothing to do with that. It's more just looking at it through like the rational actor lens, like the kind of standard American foreign policy lens, that I believe that Iran, even though you're dealing with like a religious body that have everything that I've listed previously.
His fucking auto camera bouncing back and forth is so weird. Like, I guess it's kind of cool because it's very dynamic and it sticks with him and it like keeps his like arms in frame and shit. but like, it's very distracting.
You are still going to have, on some level, a rational actor in the sense that they have water issues, as was brought up, standard of living issues. They have currency issues. So importing is a massive, massive issue for them right now. There are students that are constantly protesting all the time. So we can go to them and be like, hey, we know your situation's bad. You say, like, I'm going to push that like a more of like a hyperbolic example.
How do we go to them when the internet is cut off by the Iranian regime, though? These are all questions that I feel like people should be asking, because like, it's not for nothing. I would love for this, you know, fucking hippy dippy version of the world where all we have to do is ask very nicely and, you know, say our pretty pleases and then it works, but I don't think that'll work for this, you know? I mean, and it's one of those things where it feels like the reality of geopolitical like nature is playing against the way that these two like people identify how we do like geopol. It's so weird. I guess it's a very leftist way of viewing geopol, and I don't understand it. If somebody could like steelman it for me, that'd be awesome. But I mean, as much as I'm not a part of like the we should always take the might makes right crowd, I'm still not, and I never will be. The way that they're presenting their arguments isn't how I would try to counter this. If I were to say try to counter like some of these points, I don't think you can go on, well, everybody should just talk and be nice, because at some point you're going to have people who aren't rational actors. You know, can we for sure say that the Ayatollah is a rational actor? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. All things considered, his people are starving and crying for relief, but they're not really getting it. So I don't know if I could call that rational. I need to fill up my water. I'm going to mute, but I'm going to let my chair stand in for Admiral Gibbs. Hopefully my chair makes good points, but we'll see. I will be right back. So sorry.
But you say, we'll bring in Amazon and like SpaceX and whoever else from Trump's buddy list will want to.
Fucking SpaceX in Saudi Arabia? I don't know about that one. I don't think that one's happening.
Do that and be like, we're going to lift sanctions, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And because like I'm going to expect that they're going to act as a rational actor, because if you give them a bunch of help and assistance in ways that they're super deficient right now, then their population that are kind of down the middle, they're not really sure, but for the most part support the regime, they're going to look at the regime and be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, they just came to us with like trillions of dollars worth of investment and development and stuff like that, and you're turning it down, turning away. Granted, there's a ton of distrust towards America. I do acknowledge that, but like, they're going to act rational.
There's so much more to say.
Let Tristan and then Gibbs.
Yeah. I
want to push back on Stephanie too. It seems that your main issue here is with the death that would happen if we did a strike. Is that like kind of accurate?
I just don't think like if we do strike that it's going to be like a very clean strike, because I remember like even last time the administration said they did a strike, they said they got all of it, but Iran said that they still had at least like 80% capacity, if I'm remembering correctly. I could be remembering incorrectly, but
so you're both on the efficiency train. All right, so back to Maple. Damn, I forgot. Gibbs, you can go. I forgot what point I was going to make.
Yeah, so I want to go back to Wick's first question to answer the second question. If it was a 1% chance that we wouldn't achieve our goals, whatever they are, then no, I would not be in favor of that. Like, I want effective, but I think our chances are much higher. I don't know if I was being obtuse. I didn't answer that earlier. I wasn't trying to be. But that's for the grand strategy. This is why I keep saying, in hindsight, Bush is vindicated, right? We looked at the Ba'ath Party. I want to come back to the Ba'ath Party because this is like key to understanding what's happening now in the Mideast. The Ba'ath Party, right? They were basically controlled 3 countries: Libya, Iraq, Iran. That's why they have the 3-star, not Iran, Syria. I'm sorry, Libya, Syria, and Iraq. And they had the 3 stars on there. They were talking about maybe eventually forming 3 solid country between the 3. Libya was talking about having its own African currency that was backed, all this other stuff, economic power. Iraq had oil and a strong military. Syria, doing Syria things. And so we basically eliminated them. And then what happened? The Ba'ath Party, the ones that were left, teamed up with the religious radicals and became ISIS to different parts of Syria. Now, ISIS was bad, but they're not the same threat as 3 countries basically forming a super country or whatever to like be a threat. Iran, this is why the Balkanization thing comes up, I think is a question, is they have all these different like factions. Maybe the Kurds carve out a small section, maybe the Taliban takes over a small section, but overall they're gonna have the same core. They like have a very strong national identity. And so when we sit here and talk about grand strategy, I think it behooves us to cause some chaos in the region and take out the leadership, or maybe their nuclear programs or some other things, weaken their military before we take out leadership. Because I think that what will happen is we'll have the like secular groups that are like, hey, we want women's rights, we want all these things, we see what other countries have, we want those too. It'll strengthen our allies, which is OPEC basically. I guess they're our ally, but tangibly our allies. And then Israel, because Iran's their great enemy. They're same thing with Iran, though. If we take out the leadership, all the little proxy gray actor countries, little peak groups, Hezbollah, all these, they'll be dramatically weaker and may even fall. Hezbollah's the least popular it's ever been. Hamas is basically done. I guess really the only one that's affected is the Houthis. This will hurt Russia. So if you're pro-Ukraine, you should be pro this. You know, I just don't see the negatives, and we could do very little, and it would be very helpful to us. Now, I agree that murder sounds bad, right? But if you're effective and you just take out the leadership, I think we can all agree the leadership is evil. Like, and even if they have a religious gathering, they put somebody new in charge, that guy's going to be weaker and have less support now than the Ayatollah. And I think that helps us. And I think it's easy to achieve our things. And our grand design should be keep that region weak while we strengthen up over here.
I'm going to
I think
respond
the
to
easiest way to
Go ahead,
sorry.
Stephanie. Stephanie, please.
I think the easiest way to like actually effectuate change there is to get the people on our side first. Like if we want them to install somebody that we like, it would be best to get them on our side, at least like culturally.
My pushback here would be that I think the strike did a little bit of that. You know, yes, they had their own issues, but there's a direct tie to the collapse of their currency as a result of the strike, which led to the protest that we're seeing. And from what I can tell, it's a pretty organic protest. Like, here's a good question: I assume everyone here supports the protests that have been happening, right? No, is that yes? Kind of some confirmations? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, use
do we
your words,
acknowledge
gang. Use your words. But go
that
ahead.
the protests, even if you want to consider indirect, was indirectly linked to these strikes? Like, are we all acknowledging that?
No, that's definitely not.
All right, we're back.
True. The currency situation has been like basically a bleed that's been happening for
So
decades.
it has been a bleed, but the 50% drop happened during the 12-day war. Like, you're not willing to associate that drop with the war.
Right, but it's not trying to say that it's specifically caused by there's a causality there. It's more like there's a correlation between the bombs dropping and it happening at the same time while all this bleeding happens. So the idea that there will necessarily be a 50% drop if you again drop bombs, no, I can't.
Okay. I think the adversarials, the no's. I mean, were there any arguments that hit while I was gone? I tried to listen, but I couldn't really find my place. But my water's full, that's all that matters. Let me drag it back a couple minutes.
Take out the leadership. I think we can all agree the leadership is evil. Like, and even if they have a religious
Okay, you know what? I think I'm over this. I don't really think we're gonna... I'll skip ahead to a random point. Let's see if we get anything spicy. Maybe we'll get something spicy at some point.
Bringing democracy to the world through bombs, right? Like they can probably realize that because their goal is not as much as the Ayatollah in his book wrote about how he thinks that he's a divine leader meant to bring Islam everywhere. They just want to be a regional power. So if you enable them to be a regional power through like economic means and you push them away from conflict, which is
Or do you think that they're planning to stop doing that, or should they not pay a price for doing that?
I think when you
like they have to be clear,
Iran
says that we are their great Satan. We are their enemy, right? They treat us like their enemy. We are the like I said, the great Satan.
Yeah.
Why do you think that they'll be our friend?
Because I think that my country, Canada, has shown that you can forge relations with somebody that is an ideological difference and do it successfully. And
okay, but this isn't just an ideological difference. This is we hate you and are dedicated to destroying you.
Right, and you could say the same thing.
Of course, it makes so much sense. It's a fucking Canadian. You know what? Yeah, fuck this. We're gonna do something fun. We're gonna play video games. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, we're gonna do some Tainted Grail. Yeah.
About the other side of the coin, right? Like,
sorry, but with foreign interference and all being a thing, don't really want Canucks in my politics talking about it. All right. Boom. Boom. All right, back to gaming. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's get her started. Swapping up some gaming. Should be fun. And if it's not my fault. It's your fault. Picking up wherever the fuck we left off. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. All right. Checking my quests. Now let's go find this fucking fish. That's my game all lucky wookie. Hold on. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Need to change this up. I don't think I need... that one. At least I don't need a fucking... whatever. We'll keep it moving. We'll see what we find. I know there's a cheese spell. We're gonna get the cheese spell. Oh, let's go north. Yeah, actually, fuck that. Yeah, let's go back around. There's shit this way. We can get our cheese later. Most of the fuck is this?
Please, take a look at what I have for sale. There's no need to be ashamed of fear of the swarm. There are ways.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Of
Okay.
course. Go ahead. Choose something.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, you just got a bunch of stuff, huh? Alright, well. We'll take that. That seems pretty okay. All right.
Of course.
No, fuck.
I hope you're protected.
Thanks, buddy. But don't ever talk about my fucking beads. Wow. Well, score one for me. There's so many damn signposts and you can't post anything on them. It's fucking weird. Tomb of the Good Druid. Oh, let's check it out. Could be fun. Could be cool. Could be chill. Could be vibes. Or could suck butt. Fucking love Pop-Tarts, bro. Oh, you're not one of mine. You're not one of mine at all. Gentlemen. Get him. Why is the game running like this? I don't know if you guys can tell. I hope not. But I'm having like big frame drops. Please stop, Wolf. Thank you. Who's shooting fucking long-range goddamn fireballs at me? Is it you? You motherfucker? Dryad? Riding on these nuts. Oh, it's another one. Make sure your master isn't fucking frozen, bruh. Oh wait, your master's dead, now you're dead too, stupid. They got a bone? Wouldn't think a dryad would need a bone. But here we are. Alright. Well. Here's what we'll do. I really like the Winter Crone Wrath spell, it's really good. Oh, what happened here? I should be using my Shakis more too. Druid's Friend, Mistletoe, Druid's Wish Gem. Ooh wee. What is that? Is that a thing I can... Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. Increase max mana by 15. Oh wow. Not bad. Also got something that increases mana regen by 2. Let's hit a save ski. And let's also cook. Do I have any? You always gotta have your mashed potatoes. Don't ever forget it. Alright. What are you assholes doing? Kill the Red Death. They're gross. I also don't want the fucking Red Death again. I just got out of not having that. Okay, I don't need it again. A lucky charm. Interesting. Okay. Not a bad little, not a bad little place. It's meteorite. Ooh, okay, I should probably mine this because I think I need this for upgrading stuff. Yes. Cool. Weird it's in a cave this deep, but whatever. Oh, that's on a way up. Martha's letter. Oh, okay, so a bunch of... Oh, wow. All these people are saying how good of a guy he was and how he saved them or whatever. He was a good druid. Maybe even the best druid. But he couldn't save them all. Because nobody can. Except for me, I could totally do it. This guy just sucks. Well. Ooh, better armor. I don't quite have the spirituality for it. So, what did I have? 11? What's my spirituality at? Maybe it's at 10. Battle Mage Hood for sure. I love that fucking faceplate though. That's just max mana up. People are saying he's the best druid, believe me. True. Based and true. I'm pretty sure this druid fucks. Pretty sure he has sex with tons of women all the time, all over age, by the way. Not like the president. Oh, a bow. Neat. Well, that'll be something I'll never use. But hey, what you gonna do? I guess this once very good mage was once a battle mage who would kill people and stuff. That was spooky. Oh. Sick. Well. Okay. We push onward. Gotta be a couple more things out here. It's only nighttime. It's not like it's like super spooky or nothing. Oh, water. Oh, I have points available. Fuck yeah. I had no idea. Alright, let's fuel this bad boy. I have something new in my stash. I guess I could add this to my stash. I'm not gonna be using it. That too. And the priestess robe, and the bracelets, and the shoes, and the hood. Keep the, put the hatchling stuff away, too. That's cool. Increases max stamina. Alright. Level up. Get that spirituality up one more point. Your armor won't save. Exactly, bud. I'm terrified right now because I know my armor won't save me no matter what. Even if I have bunch. Even if I have so much armor that it's like impossible to hit me. I know I'll be totally fucked. Ooh. Overkill? Let's go. That sounds fucking sick. Alright. And then let's rest until a little bit of daytime. I guess technically not 100% daytime, but daytime enough for me to want to keep moving. Okay, I'll dig here. Oh, it actually is something to dig. I was just like, fuck it, man. If you tell me to do it, I'll do it, but... Alright. I'm literally walking blind. I think where I want to go is maybe this way. So let me try that. Let me try that. Should probably be resting until it's totally daytime, but Jesus hates a pussy or whatever. Hold on. Nope, I went the wrong way. I want to go. Can I even? I don't think I can get up there though. Actually, fuck. That may not be possible. F. Alright, if I can't get over there, that's fine. I'll find somewhere else to go. I've already been in the Cromlech. It's the main quest that way. I guess that's kind of all I can do, really. This looks like a hand. That freaks me out. Because that just makes me think of fucking Elden Ring. Not good. Not good at all. Anybody do anything interesting over the weekend, bud? You do anything fun, buddy? How's your girl stuff been going, brother? I know you've been trying to like talk to ladies more and shit. That's always a little bit stressful. But how's that been going? Fuck. Anybody here? No? Oh, okay. Little beach. Is that some motherfucking... Oh, it's milkweed. Well, fuck. I thought it was gonna be sage, and I was gonna get really excited, but it's not. F and chat. Oh, shit. F and chat for me. I don't know how the fuck... Oh, there we go. Ah. There we go. Oh, boy. Fucking hate red caps, dude. Hey, stop it. We'll zap you. I'll zap the fuck out of you, dude. There we go. No progress on the ladies. I don't think winging it in public is gonna work. Well, I guess you could always, like, practice. I mean, the only way to practice really is to talk with people. So, I don't know. I don't know. What's she doing? A lot of girls have their guards up in public. Yeah. Which is fair, because they probably get approached by some not great dudes sometimes. So that's probably kind of tough for them. Damn, 3 bear claws? Okay, but 5 physical damage is pretty good. Just for giving a dude some of my my stuff. I don't know. Sometimes, like, I feel like when you talk to girls in public settings, it does feel like a little bit rushed. But at the same time, like, it's hard to, you know, talk to them other places too. I don't know.
Who goes there?
It's a hard thing because I'm not in the dating world anymore. So I legitimately don't know, like, how hard it is anymore to, Oh, wow. You got frozen hard. There we go. We'll just
This is my lucky
shock him to
day.
death. Boom. You can stop now, buddy. Oh no, did you? You didn't freeze to death. You're good. There's a book there. There we go. Now I got my 2. Oh, you're shooting at me, huh? I bet you think you're gonna shoot an arrow at me. Oh, well you did, but not for long. That's honestly, that's fucking bullying, dude. Foul Nightmares of the Archspire. Okay, cool. I think I've already done a quest there, so I don't think I have to worry about that one. The Nature of Weirdness. Neat. I love it. I love all the lore books. Even if I'm not reading them right now, I'll read them eventually. I met my wingman for my roommate at a bar. Ooh, nice. There you go. Yeah, you can meet your boys at the bar. Take the homies out to dinner. Ooh, Arcanist sword? Ooh-wee, what's this? Is this a sword for me? Well, that's not it. I can't see it because I have a fucking light in the way. Hold on. So I think just one more point of dexterity. I get increased spell power by 14%. Oh, that's not bad. I'll cheers to that shit. Sounds pretty good to me. Fuck yeah. Well, bud, I was worried there would just be the first map and it's cool there's another big world map. I'm pretty sure there are 3, not including the DLC, Fellrunner. I think, at least. Bud, well, if you don't drink... Yeah, no, it's no fun being a sober dude around drunk people, I'll be honest. I've done it before, quite a few times. Yeah, fella, there's a ton of stuff. By the way, man, how was your weekend? You do anything fun this weekend? You have a good time at all? I hope so. I go sit down and watch the game and drink a soda or something and start conversations with people. Yeah. But that's a lot harder to do because you don't have the social lubricant there. And that's really what alcohol is mainly used for. It's the social lubricating part. God, you move so slow. Drunk girls are easier to talk to than sober girls. That's true. But also,
Your wealth is ours.
it's one of those things where talking to any girls in general is better than not talking to girls, because the only way you're gonna get better at talking to any of them is talking to them. And I know that's like a no shit Sherlock, but I think it's one of those things that is kind of important, that talking with ladies. Ooh, another Winter Crone's Wrath. We're definitely dual wielding that shit. Alright, well. It's gonna really suck to be anybody on our bad side. Bud takes a pottery class. That's sick. But if you, I mean, if that's a suggestion, that's a really good suggestion. But if you actually take pottery classes, that is sick. I always kind of wish that I could, that I did. I need to talk with Rachel. My wife wants me to take an improv class, and I just might do that. I think that'd be fun. Oh, old steel ring. That's not bad. Yes, yes, very true. So much stuff here. Yummy, yummy. What Fellrunner said there about the best way to, like, get close to people or whatever is regular activity. It's a good way to do it. Good way to talk to people. I could try a pottery class. Fuck it, man. I think it's a decent idea. Like, worst comes to worst, you spend some time learning a new, you know, learning a new fucking trick. Improv, perfect, yes. Anything where you hang out regularly and be fun. Yeah, well, I mean, my wife just wants me to, like, do an improv class. One of her, coworkers. Work does this when it's a boring job you can talk at. Yeah. Yeah, true. Very true. Work does that, too. When you can talk to people. Oop. I don't know where the fuck I was looking there. But, like, I don't know, community colleges have large, yeah, especially community colleges. Like, you have all sorts of people all like doing different things. Plus you are leading something. Yeah, true. Learning. Yeah, and like it's fun when like people are learning things together. Or at least to me. I'm at university. Yeah, yeah. He's talking about doing like a community college like class, but I guess you could do one just at the university. They'll probably have like some kind of department thing to do that. I'm guessing those are like gyms of some kind. I don't like these fucking child statues. I wish they weren't here. They freak me out. Going to try a yoga class? Dude, fuck yeah. I know Fellrunner loves his yoga, man. I think it's a good idea. I need to actually start stretching, so I think I need to try. Yeah, the community center's actually at the communities. That's a good place to go to. Ooh, what is this gate? Is this a gate to a new area? Oh, I guess that's a boss there? Dude, but if you meet a girl at yoga, you owe me karma. No, 100%. If Bud meets a girl at fucking yoga, that is literally 130 like percent karma.
You're only making me angrier.
That's cool. I don't mind making you angry. You kind of seem weird and smelly.
You're no match for a man.
What band, bro? It's you. Oh, no, come here. Come here. Come here. Motherfucker. Stand right there. There you go. Yeah.
We'll make short work of you. Did that hurt? Good. You'll go.
Oh, man, he got fucked up. I'll take his stupid head. Perfect ring for a warrior. Ravencrest Executioner. Nice. Good stuff. I love a little murder in the morning. Let me see what I can cook up. Oh, nice. Some beggar's fare. Oh, I can make the Kraken. Okay, and that's it. So I have a light over like a part of my screen. It's normally not that big of a deal when I'm like doing shows and stuff, or shows. I'm doing so much good shit, man. What the fuck? Fashion 40, yo yo yo, lurking as Live and Learn is pretty interesting, and Kill Tony is about to come on. Nice. Also, I finally played Arc Raiders. How do people play it without a controller? I was playing it on PC. I was doing fine with keyboard and mouse, but I wonder if controller makes it easier. I'll have to check that out. But Fashion, I appreciate the lurk, brother. I'm glad that Live and Learn is interesting, and I hope you enjoy your Kill Tony, brother. I hope you enjoy it all. I hope you had a good weekend. I need to get a haircut. Dude, Bud, I need a haircut bad. I need a haircut really fucking bad. My hair doesn't look like it doesn't look too bad, but I'm very fluffy right now. My hair. It's a cool. Ooh, ignore blocks. That's a fucking wild one. Crouching and sliding is super hard. Yeah, I have buttons on my mouse to help with that. I can't get a cut. My barber's on vacation, bro. Major F skis. Kill Tony is good and cringe at the same time. Yeah, it could be good. I like to be positive about what people's likes and shit, so I'll say it's fine. I will go bald like handsome Squidward. Nice. Nice. You'll certainly have the chin for it, I imagine. This fucking guy. I feel like it depends on like who's on, right? Otherwise, Kill Tony can kind of be definitely hit or miss. Ooh, titanium. Is that what titanium looks like? Is titanium red? I guess it is now. That hit piece on it was hilarious. Wait, was there a hit piece that I missed on fucking... Definitely not above critique. I don't mind if people like my shit. Hey man, as long as you're like chill with it, that's all that matters. For me personally, I just don't care. I don't know, I'm not gonna yuck somebody's yum unless it's like, you know, related to the good of society. Fuck you. Alright, and then we do a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, and he missed. Ooh. Why is this ogre, like, undead? Or is that just how strong they are? I guess that's how strong they are? Like, bro literally was missing half of his fucking brain? I don't know. The goo guys certainly didn't help. So, ancient cave. Well, is it up here? I want to go to an ancient cave. Like, how old is ancient? Is it, like, kind of old? Is it, like, super old? How old we talking? All I know is there better be some good shit in here. Mistbearer's Den. What the fuck? What's a Mistbearer? Oh. Hey, dude.
There's nothing for you here, Wanderer. The doors are closed.
You want to bet?
And if I couldn't open them, you won't either.
Bet I could do it. Who are you?
Tyrannus of the Thoid tribe. Dalriata. And you?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Great minds think alike. And apparently they're drawn to the same
I don't
places.
mind being pleasant to people.
If you're set on going further, you'll need every bit of life force you have. A curse for killing a member of the Thoid tribe could take half of it.
What is this place?
I thought that since you're here, you'd know what lies behind these stone doors. Many have tried. I thought I was worthy, but I keep failing. I've been camped here for 3 moons. There's no life for me outside this cave. If I can't get through, this is where my story ends.
If I open these doors, what awaits me?
A meeting.
What will I meet?
It is death and magic. It draws its power from the ancient mist. Of those who went hunting for it, only a scant few ever returned to their tribes.
Oh.
Look for the mist, and in the mist for antlers and an evil eye. They say its feet don't touch the ground. Though those are the words of the madman who somehow survived an encounter with it.
So I'm about to fight
We
a
call
demon?
them the Mist Bearers.
You want to hunt a Mistbearer?
Everyone from Thoid wants to face one of those wraiths. And I'd love to get my hands on one of their corpses. Those are priceless and can be used for strong magic.
Okay.
If you manage to slay
Priceless,
the
you
Mist
say?
Bearer, I'll pay you in gold for everything you bring back. Then maybe I'll invite you to
Ooh, further collaboration.
return alive and you'll find out. Good luck, Wanderer.
I love working with people. Open says me. Alright. Nothing too interesting yet, but yeah, I don't trust these Rita's folks to not. Or wait, no, are they Fade? No, I'm thinking Fade Rutha. That's Dune. I'm thinking of a different hyphenated tribe from a different fantasy universe. take your groats. Probably need your rosemary for something. I don't need all that, but I'll drop it later. Alright, so we have right or left? Or, well, if you guys are going down this way, I guess we should go this way, huh? What's here? Corpse eater? Oh, okay. Bam! Should I start saying? I feel like I should. Shazam! It's a little bit of both, you know. A little bit of both. I just go hop, 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 shazam! Like that. I feel like that works. I just have to juke him out a little bit beforehand, you know. Hop, 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 shazam! That's pretty good. I'm actually surprised at how well that's working. Oh my! Oh, well. Well. I don't know if that's a book that I can show on stream. If you guys want me to, I'll bring it back, but I don't think I should. I don't think that's a stream book. I think that's one I'm going to be looking at off stream. JK, I'm pretty sure it's actually totally fine. The game didn't say anything about nudity. So it's likely just, you know, a little risque, that's all. But so far, we're doing pretty good in our Nevergoon quest, so why break that now? Oh, there's another one. Yo, I'm playing Ark, but listening. Base, I appreciate it, Politics. Fashion played some Ark a little bit. How much was this game? When I picked it up, it was, I want to say, like 30. So far, it's been worth it. I enjoy the kind of, you know, dungeon delving, Elder Scrolls-esque experience. It's one of my favorite, like, games to play. I played, like, you know, a metric fuck ton of Skyrim for years and years and years. Oblivion before that. I guess really before that it was Fallout 3. And then Fallout New Vegas, but whatever. So it looks like the way to go. Let's check out this way. But I want to say it might be like 40, 45 bucks, if not 30. Hold on, let me, we're gonna double check that right now. I'm gonna pull up Steam. So currently, right now, you can pick up Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon for $45. And for the adventure pack, it looks to be $60, which is the game and the DLC. So not bad. Not bad. And apparently the DLC is really good. A lot of people have said a lot of good things about the DLC. Of course, I have not played it myself, so your mileage may vary. And I heard that the best time to enter it is like after Act 2. But it becomes available at the beginning of Act 2, so you have to beat the first act of the game, which I believe in my playthrough that is at the very end, which is literally just this stream playthrough just taken offline. I think, emphasis on think, I have, oh, this looks like the way to go, maybe. But I think with my offline playthrough, I'm at like the last mission of Act 1. Maybe. Possibly. It's definitely a big boss fight. I died like 4 times trying to fight the big boss fight. I was like, oof, I don't know if I'm cut out for this yet. So I might go back, do some side quests, pick up any side quests that I missed, and then try again later on. Because as it stands right now, I'm getting my booty blasted. I hope somewhere in my rambling I answered your question, by the way. Alright. But I think the game is worth it. I think the game is very fun. A lot of different builds you can play, even like stealth, which I have not tried at all. I've heard stealth is pretty good, or at least it has been made better. It was pretty bad at one point, but I think the patch before I picked the game up, stealth was kind of fixed. I have not tried it though. I really enjoyed the like gameplay of doing the two-handed sword. That was a lot of fun, doing like the bastard swords or long swords or whatever. It was a lot of fun to like move with that. The dual wield experience is also pretty great. Something about this just screams boss rooms, so we're gonna get ready. Hopefully this guy is weak to ice. That'd be sick. That'd be amazing. Oh, cutscene. I love a good good boss cutscene. Like, in some respects, it's a little bit like Dark Souls, where you get like cool boss cutscenes sometimes, not all the time. That guy is cool as fuck. I am terrified. All right, let's see how it goes. Oh, that's not the spell setup I thought I had. Okay, right here. Alright, that one okay. Dude, this fucking soundtrack is so good. Dude, my game is like lagging like tits. Alright, so this strategy is working better than I thought it would. Oh, it's this one. Here we are, just gotta stay on them like this. Oh my god, this fucking soundtrack, bro. Is it you? No, it's not you. It's not you either. It's you. I don't know what I killed there, but I killed something. There we go. Ooh, Thunderlash. That's what I was waiting for. Oh my god. This spell is literally the best thing in the world. Alright. It doesn't look like much, but I promise you, it's so fucking good. Oh, can I bonfire here? I can't bonfire here. No, but this arena is pretty sick. Nothing to kill back here, but when I find something to kill, you guys are gonna be like, wow, you were right, Sen, that, you know, is the best fucking spell in the world. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know I'm right. Alternatively, damn right I'm right. Can't think of a time I was goddamn wrong. Alright, I want to see if this arena has anything, because I don't think I did last time. And there are sometimes secrets in this game, so why not check? Alright, nothing, nothing. I don't want to start a new game when Weld isn't here, because I'm pretty sure Weld wanted me to play, obviously Grand Theft Auto, which if I started playing it and he wasn't here, I'm pretty sure he'd kill me. The other game was, I think, maybe Cyberpunk. Maybe we'll start incorporating a little bit of gaming into the daily rotation. I don't know. I'm just kind of speaking out loud now. If you guys have any ideas for content, I'm always down to hear it. But, you know. I also like doing just whatever the fuck. Because I don't really get paid for this. But it would be cool to get paid for this one day, and the only way to do that is to, ooh. Can I craft many? Thank you very much. Oh, I craft a fuck ton of health potions. Oh, well, you see John, Grill Shala. Yes, you would get an ear or an eyeful. Are you telling me you'd flash me? Because if that's the case, I might start streaming Grand Theft Auto tomorrow. You know, just right when you're not able to see it, so that way I can really see the full glory of Mr. Weld. No, but how was the class today, man? I hope it was good, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great weekend as well.
You did it. Impressed.
Goddamn right I did it.
wish I'd been the one to face the Mistbearer, but I bow to the one who managed to slay it.
That's right. On your knees. Here's the Mistbearer's remains.
Excellent. And here's your reward.
Thank you. You mentioned something about further collaboration.
Yes, I did. With your courage, you've proven yourself a worthy candidate for the ranks of the Alchemists Guild.
Woo!
And to be honest, it's been a long time since I've felt this confident about a new guild member. So, if you're interested, I might have a few assignments for you.
Let's fucking do
What
it.
do you say?
Let's do it. I'm in. What do I do now? What is my first task?
We have a valuable member, a researcher of the weirdness named Eckhart from Connacht.
I
A
am
very
not in
wise
Connacht yet.
I have my own mission to complete, so finding out why he hasn't contacted us falls to you. I'll mark his workshop on your map. If something unfortunate has happened to him, at the very least, recover his research. Let's meet at the statue of the Morning Harpist in Connacht.
Okay. We'll do our best. I was saying more eyeful because I can only talk to you in typing. That's fair. You know, honestly, I would let you fucking, like, ring me directly and ring me out if I did that to you. I would deserve it. Class is good. Started actually moving on metal. Nice, man. That's great, dude. Is the pace, like, fast? Is this pace, like, faster, on track? How do you feel about the pace so far? I'm assuming good. But you know what they say about assumptions, baby. All right, I want to see this spell in action. Where'd that fucking wolf go? Oh, just a little light zapping. Yeah, by the way, if you guys, like, were talking to me today, I'm really sorry if I didn't respond. My work has gotten busy again. I'm just too fucking obstinate now to not at least try to stream to you guys. Yeah. It's been a day. Been a day. Let's level up here, get the skill tree. Fuck, I didn't want to... I keep hitting the wrong button. If I wasn't responding to you, it's because I hate you. Well, I know that, Belle. It's because you hate my guts. You tell me that every time when I give you kisses. Ooh, that's not bad. Oh, that's gonna be huge. Alright, yeah, I can't wait for that. Alright, Arthur, what fuck shit you gotta talk to me about today? What do you know about the Mistbearers? Pace so far is on track as usual. Classes, usually third week is where they start breaking away from each other's. Ah, okay.
Not much. I never encountered one myself.
Well, I did!
But I heard stories about them. Mistbearers, like most creatures on this island, emerged from the weirdness. They were always drawn to magic. The druids believed they fed on it in some way. Merlin forbade his apprentices from hunting them. Druids were too valuable to our war effort to be distracted by such pursuits.
Lame.
And they were meant to carry on Merlin's legacy, should he fall.
Lame.
What became of them after the war, I do not know.
Should have hunted them to extinction. Fuck the filthy Xenos. Alright. Well, that sure was something. I hate these fucking creepy ass statues looking at me. Really prefer they didn't do that type shit. When do we get to meet Merlin? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to kill that guy. Like, I'm about 97% sure we're killing Merlin, guys. Like, if... What's his name has gotta die? Merlin's dying too. We did meet him, spoilers. Well, don't tell me that. Oh, Bear Claws 3, let's go take it back to that fucking thing. Oh my god, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No. Shrine of Bear, Shrine of Bear. Behind the curtain waits a darker world? What the fuck? What kind of a quest name? Who says that shit? I just sat down. Ooh, these are pretty. Oh, I know where this is. Oh, it's nighttime now. Uh-oh, sisters. That's from Harry Potter. Oh, Bee Swarm? Fuck off! Fuck off! What? Who are... Don't walk at me like that.
This take.
What is this?
An invitation. The Queen.
Oh.
Her word, the highest law. I am a servant.
Okay, buddy. Okay. I didn't like that one bit. Everything about that made me feel some type of way that wasn't good. Let's do this mission, then I'll talk to that Brock guy, maybe. That's new to me. Hey, word spawn. Why aren't you dying? Okay, thank you. Hey guys, you can start your attack anytime now. Don't let it be weird to you. 12? Oh my god. That's some good cobwebs right there. Shit. What if I hit him with the... Oh, hey, that was good damage. I don't like his fucking limbs doing that shit, dog. The fuck was that? Give me my physical damage. Thank you, Shrine of Bear. Oh shit, hold on, let me put on another potion. How many do I have? I got 4 great manas, 4 strong manas. Oh, I got 9 smalls. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm not happy the bees got me, but I think that means that I'm infected with AIDS now. I think I have bee AIDS. I have to find this dude's sucks to suck nerd. I have to find this dude's journal, and then we'll move on. I thought I grabbed them all. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Now I need to go find the morning harpist or whatever, but harpist I know. But I'm not doing that right now. Instead, we're gonna go... I can do that. That probably won't be hard, but I want to see what the fuck is this bee thing. What's this bee shit they got me doing? Better be specific. Get it? Do you get it? Does it make sense? Real talk. I'm a little scared. I don't necessarily know what it's gonna lead to. It could lead to bad things. Totally unnatural things. Things that make bees go gross. I didn't want to see that type shit. But I want to talk to this guy first before I do it. Okay, hi. Fucking red cap. Oh, you got fucked though. Got you. Wha-bam! You just put him down like that. It's pretty easy. Oh. I don't want to swim. It was a weird spawn and I don't want to deal with it. I don't know what that is though. Are you just hanging out here?
Dad. Oh.
What the fuck? Who are you?
No way. I can't tell you my name. He told me there are creatures that can steal your name. And then you can't ever go home.
That's me. Why are you sitting here
I'm
all
not
alone?
by myself. And you?
I'm always
That's
alone.
sad.
Shouldn't be here. It's dangerous.
But I'm waiting for my dad.
Who is your dad? I could
Dad
probably
is
find
just
him.
Dad. He said it's to keep lice away.
How long have you been
Not
waiting?
long, I think. He should be here any minute.
Why are you fishing in the
Dad
puddle?
told
There's
me
nothing
to wait
here.
right here. My dad is great at fishing.
It is a really
I
nice
know.
rod.
It's very special.
I'd love to try
Great.
fishing with you till you got
Dad
here.
taught me to angle the rod. I'm sure you'll catch something.
What the fuck?
Grab your rod.
Alright, fine. This is weird enough for me to take the bait.
Grab your rod. The fish won't.
Alright. What the fuck? Is his dad Merlin? Maybe. Did I actually... Oh no, it bobbed. I'm not doing it good. I'm not doing it good. Sorry. Hold on. Let me... There's something pulling on it. God damn it. I need to wait for a big pull. That was not a big pull. I don't know how the fishing's supposed to work. I should have read that a lot closer. There we go. I got something. What'd I get? Oh, a big coin purse. Let's go. Alright. Not what I would expect to find here. An amphora? Okay. Okay. Alright, I think I'm done fishing for now. But, what the fuck? I mean, thanks for the rod, little gup. But what the fuck? Oh, it does more damage. Cool. Well, let me drop this other one. L loser. That was spooky. Maybe his dad is Merlin. You know what? His dad might be Merlin. What the fuck is that? What was that? Oh my god. That was creepy as fuck. Have any of you guys played Star Wars The Old Republic before? I picked that up, and I don't know if I regret it or not. It was free. It's free to play, so it's not like I'm losing anything by playing it. It's been fun so far. I'm doing the Sith Warrior playthrough. People said that one was pretty good. Alright, let me see if I can find the bee dude. Don't worry, be happy, am I right, brother?
My name is Brock, from Brockmere.
Hey, Brock, I was attacked by a swarm of bees.
No, no. I suspected it would draw her gaze. All is wrong. All is swelling.
Stay calm, Brock. I can handle this. Is there anything I can do?
Her entourage's stingers are long and sharp. That is all that can be.
I received an invitation from the Queen. I'm about to see Brock Miela.
Oh, so her emissaries have not stung you. Then perhaps there is still hope to save the village. What has been done cannot be undone. If you truly intend to answer the invitation...
The Bee Queen must be slain.
I kept a second...
Oh.
Take care of yourself.
Okay. Cool, he gave me a set. Did he give me the, like, a beekeeper set? Oh. Oh, okay, okay. All that increases max mana. So I'll wear that when I go, but I didn't discover something back here and I want to see what it is. Ooh. Ooh, nice! A druid shrine. Val found it on Discord. Oh. Guess what I get? Oh, the druid spirits are grateful. Dope. I've offered as much as I can to them. They should love me now. Let's level up my dexterity so I can use that sword properly. It's worth a watch. Alright, we will watch it, and then I will probably be going to bed. Oh, nice. There we go. Because I have work tomorrow, and I actually have to do, like, a good bit of work tomorrow. Kind of sucks. Hot damn, it was good playing, this again, though. Maybe I'll get back on playing some video games and shit, and we'll just talk about politics, as it comes, you know? Trying to force shit isn't really working for me. I didn't have much. Oh, yes. Oh, Sen, this is a documentary on Rogue. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. I see this now. This is a lot. Yeah, I don't think I'm watching this before I go to bed. I think my wife would be pretty pissed. I think I've seen this, or at least I've seen like half an hour or so. I probably think I've seen like at least this most replayed bit here. But it is really good. GTA Friday night. Let me... I have it in my cart, I think, still. Yeah, okay. $30. It's either GTA or would Cyberpunk be okay until I get GTA? Well, QC John, since I fucked up because I'm stupid. The last half going into Kill Tony. Oh, nice. I'll have to watch. Maybe we'll watch the last half then into Kill Tony. When does that transition start, though, I wonder? I saw it, like, right around here. Alright, I'll have to look into it. Oh, dim pool.
Really no reason.
Gotta have your dim pool in it. We'll definitely take a look at it, though. That seems pretty good. Seems like a good thing to watch on a rainy day. That's gonna be a rainy day watch. But with that being said, I am coming to the end of my stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I thought you were saying when I came in. Oh, well, I wish, man, I wish. We'll do Cyberpunk on Friday though, so we can like all enjoy and just hang out and bullshit. It'll be fun. I'll make sure it's it'll have to be censored Cyberpunk because we're on YouTube. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you all tomorrow on Connor stream, and then Wednesday I will be streaming again. Salud. Love you guys. Be safe. Have a good one. Remember, be radically normal. Spread it to all your friends and family. Later.